And welcome everybody to tonight's broadcast. Thank you for tuning in to Grizz TV to watch Franklin College take on Wabash College. The Grizzlies versus the Little Giants. The Grizzlies looking for their first 4-0 start since 1998. And Wabash starting off 2-0 this year. So 3-0 for the Grizzlies, 2-0 for Wabash, two undefeated teams tonight. Tyler, how are you feeling?
Feeling good. This is going to be a good night of basketball. We got two physical teams here, both undefeated, ready to kick off the rest of their season, and the non-conference schedule should be a good physical game today.
Absolutely, and we've got some injuries. The Grizzlies will be missing Avery Saunders tonight, who is usually one of their starting big men. In place for him tonight is Rohan Pearson, the freshman guard from Avon. How do you think that's going to impact some of Franklin? Some of the themes tonight might be, matching the size of Wabash, being able to rebound them. And without Avery Saunders, it's going to be a little more difficult with the small ball lineup.
Yeah, and I'd like to go back to that rebounding aspect. You said Franklin College has struggled rebounding the ball against opponents this year. They let up 13 offensive rebounds a game to opponents. Not very good numbers. I mean, they get out-rebounded by, I believe, between 6 to 10 per night. I'd like to see them control the paint a little bit more tonight against Wabash, not let them get any more secondary chances, because this Wabash team executes very well on teams that overcommit on help side defense. They knock down threes, and if they're able to collect their misses and get second chance efforts, it's going to be a long night for the Grizzlies.
Yeah, and a very safe team, Wabash. Very tough defense, like you noted to there. And then they're also a team that doesn't turn the ball over much. Generally, last season they turned the ball over, I believe it was 8.7 times per game as an average from last season.
Yep.
The entirety of the year, that's 26 games. That's a pretty incredible average. You do not see that very often. This year they're averaging less than 9 as well. So Franklin generally forces over 13 steals a game so far this year, and they forced 19 turnovers from the team they played last against Knox. So this is definitely going to be Franklin's defensive pressure kind of trying to match, a very balanced and controlled Wabash team.
Yep. Franklin College forces almost near 20 turnovers a game against their opponents, but this is a Wabash team that takes care of the ball, like you had just mentioned. They averaged 8 turnovers a game last year. They're going into this game averaging only 8 turnovers as well in their 2 games against Hanover and Rose-Hulman, which they won very handedly, both those games, by the way. 2 key conference opponents for Franklin, but Wabash was able to handle them both very, very well with a 30-point win against Hanover and a 17-point win against Rose-Hulman.
Yes, absolutely very impressive. And so now we'll get the national anthem and the starting lineups here. We'll be right back with you after the break. now back from the break. And like we mentioned earlier, small lineup here for the Grizzlies. Jesse Fairs being the biggest guy out there for Franklin, while Wabash having a little more size. Grant Shipper being mainly the big star of this Wabash team, senior.
Yeah, I like this small ball lineup from Franklin. They're a team that loves to push the pace. They love to play off fast breaks and hound the ball. I think this small ball lineup is just part of Chris Hamilton's scheme, and this is just the play style that fits for him and his team, and I think this is going to be very exciting.
Absolutely. 2 undefeated teams to start the year. Wabash wins the tip, but LeBron Benny Powell nearly ended up with it before it got tipped away. And now Wabash will take it up the floor. There's Elsperman, gets it to Shipper and gets tipped away.
There's that pressure that Rohan Pearson brings, and we've seen it all year. We saw it last game against Knox. He had 7 steals. I mean, he is an absolute hound for that basketball.
Absolutely, and he, been one of maybe the defensive anchors as a freshman. Definitely a very impressive start to the year for him, and now getting, 2 freshman guards, Zarian Moore and Rohan Pearson in there. Definitely a lot of trust coming from Coach Hamilton.
Yep, very much so. One interesting thing about this Franklin College team so far as well is a lot of their scoring production has come off the bench, with Justin Harrington leading the team with 21.7 points per game. And even Dylan Beverly, the second leading scorer, averages 12 points a game as well. He comes off the bench as well.
And there was a big 3 for Wabash. That was Rich Brooks, the wing, who was able to cash it in and take a 3-0 lead for the Little Giants. And now here's Cooper Matthews. Fairs working around. Matthews driving all the way.
Take.
Not able to finish there, and now Wabash pushing it again. Kicks it inside. Shipper, nice easy lay-in.
Those are matchups that Wabash wants to see all night. They want to see Shipper get the switches onto the smaller guards and get some easy looks at the rim like that.
And Franklin trying to combat a little bit of a slow start here. 5-0 Little Giants as
good
goes
spin
inside.
right there. Unable to finish.
Yeah, Josh Wack now moving the ball up the floor quickly, trying to get some fast break motion for this Wabash offense. They kick it out for another 3 for Brooks. No good.
Good job getting the rebound there from Cooper. That's something we're looking for today, is better rebounding for these Grizzlies.
Absolutely. Their guards are going to have to be crashing in more for the little jumper. No good. And Shipper gets the easy board. And Elsperman driving inside all the way on Fairs. Little spin put up. Good.
That was great contention there from Jesse Fairs. Just very, very, very good shot, unfortunately, from Rich Brooks.
Yeah, now 7-0 lead in the first 2 minutes here for Wabash. Franklin needing to figure out how to get past this defense. Matthews all the way, up and in.
Great take with the left there, and they're going to give him an and one.
Wow, late call there, able to cash it in. Now a chance to convert the 3-point play.
Cooper Matthews is trying to get his team fired up a little bit after that and one, trying to get a little life into his fellas so they could get a little bit of a comeback going as they let Wabash take a really early 7-0 lead.
Yeah, and Cooper Matthews told us before the game today that early in the off-season period in April, he ended up getting ACL surgery and came back 6 months after the surgery and didn't play much in the first game, and that was for those kind of prep, trying to recover rehab reasons. And now, being on the floor as a starter, and we'll get an offensive foul here from the illegal screen. Connor Shipper getting caught with one. And Franklin will steal the possession, but just obviously a lot of heart coming from Cooper Matthews there, recovering from an injury like that and a surgery like that, and being able to, come back and start for your team 6 months later, shows, how much this team means to him, especially after such, a successful season last year.
Of course. One of the only returning starters or players in general from that last year's team that went on a little bit of a run in the postseason, was able to win a game in the NCAA tournament. He's a vocal leader on this team. He's one of the hardest working and hardest playing players that Franklin has. and overall just the overall leader of this team. And they look to him for a lot of energy and some motivation and to keep the ship running smoothly.
Absolutely. Helps keep kind of Franklin at that fast pace that they like to stay at. And now Coach Hamilton takes Zarian Moore off the court. Talks to him is now Justin Harrington, like you said, the leading scorer coming into the game off the bench.
And how impressive has he been this year?
Absolutely.
I mean, words can't even describe how efficient he's been scoring as well. I mean, 21.7 points per game. I mean, he had a rough night shooting against Knox. I believe he was 0 for 7 from the 3, but I mean, regardless, he attacks the rim. He gets it done at the free throw line. Very efficient offensive player.
Absolutely, and yeah, he was HCAC Conference Player of the Week from the opening weekend after his back-to-back strong starts here at the Spurlock Center. And Franklin's third home game out of 4 total games so far this year, trying to start off the season hot. And they kick it out to Whack. Shot clock running low, only 8 left. They tip it away.
Good steal
play.
from Benny Powell there.
Now Franklin pushing the pace. Harrington kicks it out.
Finish
Benny Powell
the
for 3. No good.
Left.
Nice rebound from Matthews. He puts it up and in.
That's what they call being at the right place at the right time. Cooper Matthews able to just grab the rebound and go right up with it. I mean, the ball landed perfectly in his hands.
Yep. Smart play from Matthews, and now some high defensive pressure here from Justin Harrington and the Grizzlies. Kick it out, and they'll call a blocking foul down low on Cooper Matthews.
Yeah.
So Whack will take it out from underneath the basket here. So now 7-5, Grizzlies able to answer as now Matthews will come out of the game.
Braylon Russell will check in.
Yep, and we talked about it prior. He started the season for them and, you know, got put on the bench. I believe it was after this first or second game. And a big block from Jesse Fairs.
Yeah, just an incredible defensive effort from Jesse there to absolutely stuff that shot.
Benny Powell, Franklin moving the ball around is now. Got on the block, kicks it back out to Russell all the way up, and a travel call.
Get him for a walk. We'll have a
tough call there. Yeah, and a timeout from Hamilton.
I think Braylon Russell wanted a little bit of contact on that take, but unfortunately they're going to get him for the walk before the contact and the shot.
Yeah, so 7-5. Close matchup so far, 16-44 it seems, or 15-46 left to go in this first half. We'll be right back with you after the timeout. And back from the break. And it'll be the Little Giants' possession with the lead as well. And we had, and it seems like a lot of substitutions in here for
especially
Wabash.
for the Little Giants, yeah. Tyler Horton and Nate Metellic check into the game.
And I believe
Keegan Manowitz.
Yeah, also came in, but a steal from Harrington all the way, finishes it on the play.
Great defensive effort for Harrington. That's the thing about Franklin College Grizzlies. They pick you up from about 70 feet away from the basket, and they force great turnovers like that. That's just a part of how they play. They play really hard.
Absolutely, yeah, no space whatsoever. And Franklin going to play the same type of defense here even after the turnover. Tied at 7, and tries to kick it out, but they'll call a foul on the play. Franklin thought it might have been a travel at first, but they call the foul on Braylon Russell. Wabash will retain possession here. 2 early fouls from the Grizzlies.
Yeah, one thing that you had mentioned pregame is the foul trouble, staying away from those silly fouls or those fouls that are like away from the basket on the other side of the court. Just making sure you're playing disciplined defense while also staying aggressive. I mean, that's kind of the mentality that Franklin College goes for every game, is aggressive, but can they stay disciplined?
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, yeah, last game against Knox, 25 team fouls, able to get the win in that game. As they kick it out, Wabash for 3, no good.
Canada unable to finish that.
And a big play, there you go, Benny Powell getting the ball after what seemed may have been a turnover. Jesse Fair's going all the way on the Euro step.
Oh.
And an offensive foul call, and Franklin can't believe it.
Yeah, Derek Canada did a great job of getting his feet set, and he was not inside the restricted zone. I can see that call being made every time. He did a great job getting his feet set there.
Yeah, Fairs tried to get around him with the Euro and wasn't quite able to, and any contact, Kennedy was able to go down.
Benny Powell picking up Elsperman from about 80 feet this time.
Going all the way on Fairs. Ball goes out of bounds.
Great defense from Jesse Fairs. That's a great way to respond from an offensive foul to get a defensive stop and get your team the ball back. It's a great fight there.
Yeah, it's been a pretty defensive game so far from both sides early on here. 2 7-0 runs for each team.
Yep.
We're still tied as now Harrington goes all the way. Burst of speed, no good.
Fairs fighting for the board.
Yeah, tough hustle there from Fairs, but not able to get the offensive rebound, which we had mentioned is probably going to be a key for the Grizzlies. Wabash kicks it out, and they kick it out to the weak side corner 3. Cash money. Number 4, Derek Kennedy.
There's that overcommitting to the help side, and Wabash is going to execute on that every time. If they leave that corner, that open corner, it's going to be executed on every time.
And the open corner for the Grizzlies, not able to cash that one in, though, in and out. Dylan Beverly, and now Wabash trying to push the pace. Elsperman kicks it out, nearly loses it. It goes inside of Manowitz, who's not able to finish, and now Jesse Fairs with the rebound, and we'll get a foul call here.
They're going to get Jesse Fairs here for his second foul. That one.
Yeah, Coach Hamilton.
Very upset, very upset.
And now Jesse Fairs, is going to have to come out of the game. And he kicks the scores table, and now
he's going to get a technical foul for that one. Wow. That's a bit of a bonehead move there. Don't need to make it worse.
That's exactly what Coach Hamilton is saying.
Yep. Now he's got 3 fouls, just like that. That's someone Franklin College can't afford to lose. He provides a lot of size and a lot of rebounding efforts and even a little bit of isolation on offense. That's a key piece of Franklin College sitting on the bench right now, unfortunately, with 3 fouls.
And now we'll get some free point opportunities here for the Little Giants. Josh Wack shooting the free throws. Spurlock Center pretty filled up today, especially in the student section.
Yeah.
A lot of Grizzlies fans here.
Quite the attendance turnout tonight for the Grizzlies.
And for the road crowd. Wabash has a lot of people here on our side as well. Josh Wack makes both free throws, and Wabash will have possession after the foul from Jesse Fairs.
Yep. If you're Franklin College, you can't hold your head down now. You got to keep fighting. You got to, you may have dug yourself in a little bit of a hole. You got to take that shovel and start digging out of it now.
And the senior from Perry Meridian comes into the game.
Great defensive effort from Beverly there.
Franklin trapping in the corner, trying to force a turnover. They're able to get it inside, and he
going
loses
to force
it.
a turnover.
Bounced off Metallic's hands.
Yeah, Russell and Beverly had Tyler Horton in the opposite corner completely on an island and just tried to get the ball out to Nate Metallic, but unable to, and it'll sail right to the Franklin College bench. But that's a great response there from Franklin College. Their aggression. I mean, they're never losing their aggression. They're always on the ball. It's just an amazing team to watch defensively.
Now the referee having a stoppage of play here, but LeBron Benny Powell will inbound it for the Grizzlies as they try to, like you said, dig themselves out of this hole that they've built. McNabb at the top of the key, looking for Benny Powell down low, and they'll get Manowitz. Yep.
Yeah, foul away from the ball. Manowitz just playing a little too aggressive on Benny Powell, who had the leverage on him in the post. That's a foul that they're going to get on every night.
Yeah, and they still have Manowitz on him. Manowitz, 5'8", a little bit of a mismatch defensively, especially for LeBron Benny Powell. Harrington in the corner, able to get it away. Benny Powell working on Manowitz. Kicks it inside. Oh, backdoor cut was beautiful from Beverly, but just lost the pass.
That was a beautiful look that Beverly created for himself. Just unable to handle the ball underneath the basket. Unfortunate turnover, but you're creating looks. That's a good sign for Franklin College. They're creating looks for themselves.
Well, they're able to, find the holes in the defense. Now Rohan Pearson will come into the game. Whack on the outside. They kick it out for three. Kennedy, no good. Harrington tips it out over Shipper.
Great rebounding effort from Harrington to keep the ball away from Shipper and prevent an offensive rebound there.
Just a burst of energy. Justin Harrington trying to help this offense get back into the groove. He drags his foot. He's able to go inside. Misses the bunny. Pearson able to get on the tip out. Floater, no good either. Franklin missing some bunnies here as now McNabb tries to chase the fast break.
That was a great look from Harrington. He might have got away with a little bit of a travel, but we got to finish those easy looks on those layups when they give you them.
Absolutely, and another easy look there missed from the Little Giants this time, and now Franklin themselves trying to push the pace. Harrington resetting the offense. McNabb nearly lost it coming off the screen. He's able to work here on Shipper. Little left-handed shot, no good. Still 7 points here from the Grizzlies, nearly halfway through this first half.
It looked like Modelik took a fall onto the Franklin College bench. Looks like he's up now.
Yeah, I was confused. He was out of play for a second. I saw him getting up as now. A lot of talk going on between the referees and the coaches here. A lot of tension here early, it seems.
Yeah. And this Wabash coach, Kyle Brumett, head coach for Wabash since, I believe, 2014, 2015. He's won 184 games there with only 102 losses at Wabash, and three-time NCAC tournament champion in 22, 23, and 24. Very impressive resume for head coach Kyle Brumett of Wabash. He knows exactly how this team, he knows how he wants them to play. He's got a set system for them. They're a great shooting team. They play physical. Very impressive effort for Wabash so far as they have a 7-point lead.
No, absolutely, and tough matchup here for the Grizzlies in their fourth game. Wabash 17-9 last year, so, and like you said, definitely a program with a lot of success in recent years under Kyle Brumett.
Wabash has done a very good job of controlling how Franklin College is moving the ball. Franklin College has come into this game averaging 13 assists a game, which may not be a lot, but they rely a lot on their ball movement, especially around the perimeter so far. But Wabash has done a great job of not letting them get inside the paint and establish a post presence. Franklin College may need to start looking along the outside for their shooters as they go deeper into this game. I mean, they have 6 team fouls as well. They're towing a very dangerous line so far with the bonus coming up, and Wabash already has a 7-point lead.
Yeah, and Franklin, they, like you said, maybe need to start looking on the outside a little more. They haven't really attempted many threes so far, and they've been more attacking the post and trying to work with mismatches a lot of the time in iso ball, which has been a lot of their game somewhat, but threes are going to be something that they're going to need to pick up in general. I mean, last game against Knox, Franklin shot 7 for 28 from 3, just not efficient enough to win in today's basketball.
Yeah, you're totally right. But I believe that this Franklin College team does not need to be built on a successful shooting or just shooting the ball rapid fire. I mean, they do a great job of pushing the pace. And they create a lot of looks on fast breaks and in the paint. But if they're going to win tonight, I believe they're going to need to get a little bit more done around the perimeter than they have done all season. They come into this game averaging 7 made threes a game. Wabash comes into the game averaging 11 made threes a game. So, I mean.
Yeah, I mean, Wabash starting off the year, I mean, they've been able to shoot very efficiently, and now, you know, of course, they've only played 2 games, but 52% overall and 48% from 3. I mean, it's still absolutely incredible and has been a lot better than Franklin this year. And now after the long break, there was a lot of trash talking going on between both teams leaving or going into their huddles, and now we're going to get some free throws here.
Sounds like Franklin College got hit with another tech, and we must have missed it.
Yeah, I have no idea what it could have been, if it was maybe if there was a double tech or something, because it seemed like Coach Burnett was also frustrated with the referees and something they may have called. Kennedy rolls in the first free throw despite the boos. And now, yeah, they'll shoot a different free throw here. We honestly do not know what is going on, exactly why they're shooting the free throws. We didn't really get the explanation up here. So they're going to shoot 2 here. This must be
the second technical.
There must have been a foul on the play. It must have been a technical foul and then some sort of foul on the play.
Well,
that caused them to shoot 3 free throws and have possession, or it must have been a flagrant. I mean, those are the only 2 possible scenarios. But anyway, Wabash now has a 10-point lead, 17-7. Franklin still not scored since their 7-0 run. Shipper for 3, not able to catch that one.
He's able to chase his rebound, though, and I believe it's going to stay with Wabash. That's something Franklin College can't allow. Shipper, I mean, just ran straight through the post, was able to get his own miss. It creates another look for Wabash that Franklin College early on can't afford to let them have with down 10, especially with 16 fouls.
Yeah, this has been a really rough start for the Grizzlies so far. Dylan Beverly coming out of the game. Jesse Fairs coming back in.
But we've seen this. We've seen Franklin College allow their opponents to go on a little bit of a run, but they've always been composed. That's something I admire very much about Chris Hamilton and his team. They're always composed.
Yeah, and I mean, so far this year, going into this matchup, Russell able to keep it in. Both teams, Wabash has been a first-half team in both their games this year, and they were a first-half team last year, generally just more productive in outscoring their opponents in those halves. Franklin has been a second-half team this year and last year. So definitely a first-half versus second-half team matchup, and it's going towards Wabash, and it's going towards that way right now. So we'll see if it stays consistent. And
beautiful long rebound from McNabb on that last shot by Russell, by the way. But
yeah,
great take by Russell as well to get himself to the line and get Franklin College out of this rut a little bit.
Yeah, not really many line attempts either, or real opportunities here from the Grizzlies. I believe this is actually their first trip to the free throw line so far, while Wabash has already taken maybe 5 or 8. We can't tell. Our live stats are a little behind up here. And the first one was no good from Braylon Russell. Second one is able to get in, so Franklin breaking out of their scoreless streak since 15:30 in the first half. Kennedy kicks it inside to Shipper. Shipper loses it inside. Good play by Zarian Moore.
Yep, way to force the ball out there and get it back down the court.
Moore finds the other freshman guard, Pearson. Coach Hamilton begging his team to move. Fairs kicks it out. Moore for 3. No good.
Just a little long there. It was a good look.
I believe that puts the Grizzlies 0 for 4 now from 3.
And while Wabash comes in this game shooting the ball very well, Franklin College also defends the 3-ball just as well. They allow their opponents just over 25% from the 3-point line.
And a good play inside to Connor Shipper. They find him inside for the easy little post hook, and now 19-8 lead for the Little Giants as Coach Hamilton needs a timeout. And so 9:50 left to play in this first half. We'll be right back with you after the break. And back from the break. Franklin will have possession here. Justin Harrington and Pearson taking the ball up the floor. Pearson driving all the way, kicks it out. Fares for three. No good. He falls, rolls his ankle maybe.
Stowers, great block by Benny Powell. Now he's going to get called for the foul here, but make him earn it at the line. I appreciate the physicality on that. It was a great contest. While it may have been a little physical, make him earn it.
Yeah, definitely a little physical, but clean block. But Wabash will go to the line, and like you said, have to earn it here.
Colton Stowers is at the line, a freshman from Washington, Indiana.
Yeah, and Stowers, I believe, has already been a pretty decent role on their offense. Yeah, he's averaging 13 points per game so far, 55% shooting, and he's 4 for 6 from 3 on the year as well. Strong start from the freshman forward, I believe. And the second free throw, no good, so 20-8 lead here for the Little Giants. Franklin needing to get out of the rut. Haven't made a field goal since the 15:30 mark. Pearson all the way up
Great
and in.
take by Pearson. Down the baseline, came to a nice jump stop and able to go up strong.
Yeah, very strong take from the freshman guard. And now Wabash looking to keep this lead in the double-digit range. Driving all the way, kicks it out. Shipper out for three. No good.
No good there from Rich Brooks.
Harrington came up with the rebound after it bounced. Pearson driving all the way, kick. Oh, Benny Powell trailing, just lost the ball.
Good effort by Stowers there to collect the ball, though, on the ground and get Wabash's possession.
And they're going to call a blocking foul. Cooper Matthews begging for the charge.
Very unhappy with the call. I believe he thought he got his feet set just as well as Brooks did on the charge that Jesse Fares drew on him. A lot of frustration from the Grizzlies so far, but they're only down 10, keep their composure and execute their offense, and they're right back in this game.
And there is another technical foul called now on the Grizzlies on LeBron Benny Powell. From up here, I did not see him say or do anything, but he goes to the end of the bench, and I think
looks like he's going to leave the game.
He might have been ejected because there was another technical foul called earlier. No,
he's going to come back to the bench.
But a lot of frustration.
It did look like he was headed for the locker room, but he's going to head to the bench instead.
And Coach Hamilton is telling him to sit down as Wabash does miss the first technical free throw. Now Franklin, I mean,
this is a very unusual side of Franklin College basketball that we have not seen, not even last year. I mean, they're very, I guess, errant right now. I mean, not playing with them as much composure as they normally do. I'd like to see them calm down a little bit and start working the ball around the perimeter and just looking for some efforts, but it does look like Chris Hamilton's going to send LeBron Benny Powell to the locker room.
I believe he did, and so maybe there was something justified for the technical foul. Another missed free throw here from Wabash. Cooper Matthews is going to come out of the game. And yeah, Franklin, I mean, clearly this has been tight called.
David Streetmeyer comes into the game, or Streetmatter, sorry, excuse me, for Franklin College. Someone I don't believe we've seen very much this year for the Grizzlies. Yeah, he's only appeared in one game so far.
Yeah,
but David Streetmatter comes into checks in the game for the Grizzlies as they're relying a lot on their bench with some foul trouble early. 9 fouls on the Grizzlies.
His only 3 shots that he shot the year. Russell for 3, no good in the corner. Fair's going for the rebound. Kick it out to Streetmatter, and he's shot 3 shots on the year. They've all been threes. He's 1 for 3. So we'll see if that's what they're going to keep looking for him from, or looking from whatever. And as Wabash pushes the ball up the floor.
Wabash has Franklin flustered right now on offense.
Shipper gets it inside. They kick it back out to Wack. And Wack gets it all the way. Tough lay.
That was a great right-hand take from Wack. Able to find the hole in the paint. He just attacked it with aggression.
Still only 10 points scored from the Grizzlies right now. 24-10 lead. Just under 8 minutes left to play in this first half. Rohan goes up with it, and up and in. Good. Rohan Pearson with a nice little floater. Able to narrow it down to 12. Shipper gets it from Elspiner.
Fair's attacking the ball a lot. Needs to be careful as he has 3 fouls. Can't afford to get a 4th one in the first half. Well, that's a good take there by Elsperman.
Yeah, Elsperman, one of the leading scorers of this team, and now Fair's on the fast break, able to get it.
And that's just something Franklin College does. If they get their guys back early, I mean, they attack quick. That ball was down the court in like 5 seconds.
And another tough right-handed lay from Josh Wack. And we'll get a timeout here from Franklin, another one, as they're going to try and figure out how to narrow down this lead before going into the second half. 28-14 lead for the Wabash Little Giants with 6:57 left to play in this first half.
Yeah, and credit to Brumette and the Little Giants. They are playing physical, just as I imagined they were going into this game, and they have Franklin College flustered. Franklin College is unable to run their quick, lightning offense and create off fast breaks. Wabash has done a great job of controlling the ball and the pace of the game so far. And they've gotten into the heads of the Grizzlies a little bit, as I think there's, 3 technical fouls on the Grizzlies so far?
Yeah, absolutely crazy, honestly.
We have suspicion to believe that LeBron Benny Powell is unavailable for the rest of the game with 2 technical fouls, although we are not quite positive on that, but we have reason to believe so.
Yeah, either that or he just had the one and Coach Hamilton sent him away. Yeah. He did go to the locker room, it seems.
Well,
no, he's not.
Speak of the devil, he's right there.
He is right on the sideline, so he may just need to be
maybe a coach's decision.
Away from the bench. Yeah, either a coach's decision or maybe away from the bench for the half. Either way, it doesn't seem like he's going to be in there anytime soon. And it seems like teams will start to come out of this full timeout here that we had.
Now, I wasn't aware that kicking the scorers table, as Jesse did, I mean, he did kick it, but to be granted, it's not like he tried to kick a field goal or anything. I mean, he did give it a love tap with his foot. I didn't think that constituted for a technical foul, but the refs disagree otherwise. But
yeah, I mean, well, with what I saw Benny Powell do, I mean, Fairs, that must have been like, it seemed to be a lot worse because I didn't see Benny Powell do anything. He must have said something that we could not hear from up here, and that was what frustrated the referee. But, yeah, kicking the scorers table, I think just because it's such a physical piece of evidence, it's so easy for the refs to call that.
It was loud when he hit it.
Yeah, you could hear it echo through this gym. And now Beverly kicks it out to Harrington, wide open in the corner. No good.
There might be a lid on that rim from 3. I mean, Franklin College is unable to execute anything from beyond the perimeter so far.
Yeah, just very inefficient so far overall from the field. Now they're going to kick this one out for 3. Wabash moving it around for 3.
That was blocked by Beverly.
Yeah, using that long wingspan. And now Beverly gets the
steal.
steal. Harrington pushing the ball up the floor all the way. And he gets the foul call, and he's going to shoot 2.
Yep, Harrington was able to get right past Elsperman on that take. Elsperman just got a little too physical on the contest, and he's going to send Harrington to the line. And this is somebody that Franklin College needs to get going now. I mean, averaging 21 points, leading scorer on this team. I mean, he comes off the bench, to be fair, but it's a spark plug that Chris Hamilton relies so far for his depth.
Absolutely, and Harrington, his use of athleticism and energy on the offensive end has been a big production of his points. He misses the first free throw there. Just a little bit of an inefficient start from him, which is not very common.
Franklin College also struggling with free throws so far. Now, I'm not sure what they're shooting right now, as the live stats, as you mentioned, are behind, but they're not shooting very well from the line. I do know that.
Yeah, and if our live stats are caught up, I believe on the three-pointers, right now it says 0 for 7 from 3 from the Grizzlies, and just not has been shades of the Knox game last week where they shot 7 for 28, but worse.
Yeah, and you know, it is possible to win a game without making many threes. We've seen it plenty of times before from this squad, but
Absolutely.
you just can't let Wabash get cooking on the three-point line, or they're going to leave them in the dust.
Yeah, and in their last game, they shot 14 for 29 from 3. So, and they shot a lot of them, obviously. Now they kick this one out,
Oh,
and
my
one
goodness.
just
Stowers.
as we said it.
That was a deep 3 late in the shot clock, and Braylon had a great contest, just didn't give the shooter any room to land, and he's going to send Stowers for a 4-point play, potentially.
Wow. I mean, yeah, the buzzer went off for the shot clock as soon as he shot it, too. And, I mean, just a foul that you cannot have, a play that you cannot have, is now Braylon Russell will come out of the game. I believe that's his 3rd foul as well. So I don't know if Fairs has 3 fouls unless
He does.
we are behind either. Yeah, maybe they got 1 foul wrong on here. They had Russell having 3. And
I counted him for 3 because he had a technical foul and the charge, and then the loose ball foul on the defensive end.
so Fairs has 2, probably 3. 3 for Russell.
They're going to get Harrington on the other end for a travel here, as I believe he picked up his pivot foot when he came to a stop with the ball.
Yeah, just very sloppy play here from the Grizzlies. It's been all Little Giants. And as I was saying, Brenny Powell, Cooper Matthews, and Harrington all also have 2 fouls. So just a lot of foul trouble in general from the Grizzlies, and technical foul trouble as that one goes up and in. 19-point lead now for Wabash. Pearson all the way.
Just look how fast Franklin College responds on some of these plays. I mean, that was a great take by Josh Wack on the Wabash end, but Rohan Pearson just took the ball from inbound to the bucket.
And got trapped in the corner there, tried to pass it inside.
Yep.
They lose that one. Now Franklin pushing the pace. They've got numbers. Pearson all the way once again.
Takes it for himself, and he has had a big game for the Grizzlies so far. I believe he has 8.
Yeah, big game from the freshman Rohan Pearson, who got the start tonight in place of Avery Saunders. And now Harrington nearly tips this one away. Wabash a little bit frantic here on offense, is now trying to find their groove once again, stop this train of momentum. Whack all the way, nearly loses it. And a technical foul call from Benny Powell from the same referee, and Benny Powell's out of the game. He was on the bench.
Oh, my goodness. Chris Hamilton is probably very upset right now.
He is standing as still as he possibly can, which is more terrifying than if he gave a reaction. Now, he must have known what Benny Powell said because he was not far from him on the bench, but I have no idea what constitutes a player getting ejected off the bench. I mean, Tim Duncan did it once in the NBA where he was laughing.
I was just going to bring that up.
You know, there have been some moments where it's been for something that was definitely unjustified, so we don't know what happened there. But, I mean, this has just been unbelievable. There is definitely something going on between that referee and the Franklin Grizzlies right now.
This is bedlam. This is pure bedlam. I mean, I knew this was going to be a physical game, but I didn't realize how chippy and how, like, violent, I guess, this game was going to get verbally and physically.
Yeah.
My goodness.
I just have no idea. Like, what could possibly.
And that was a quick ejection, too. Like
Exactly. I mean, he was just standing right in front of Benny Powell on the bench and immediately sent him away. And fans screaming for a travel there from Connor Shipper. No ref calls it, and now Wabash, 10 on the shot clock.
Stowers looking to get another 3, I'm sure. He's got the hot hand.
2 on the shot clock. He has to throw it up. No good. Kennedy gets it on the offensive rebound. Now another 3.
Manowitz
no
can't
good.
get it to go, but Beverly, big rebound for Franklin College. Able to, oh goodness. And Zarian Moore just overthrew Harrington by just a bit, and that ball will go out of bounds.
Yeah, just a miscommunication there on the fast break and a possession loss for the Grizzlies. Now, so 10 fouls for the Grizzlies, including however many technicals. A 17-point lead here for the Wabash Little Giants. 3:53 left in the first half. I guess we'll see you after the break. And now back from the break here.
Street Matter checks back into the game for Franklin College. I believe they brought Braylon Russell back out.
And they kick out for 3, no good. And just
Stowers just
too easy.
Yep. Wabash able to do anything they'd like on those offensive rebounds and just able to continue building their already huge lead of 19.
And Franklin, you know, you do have to think about Beverly. Step back 3, no good off the back rim. Just another missed 3. I believe that's their 8th from the Grizzlies as Kennedy kicks it out for 3. Stowers, cash money, and Wabash is just on fire. 41-19 lead now for the Grizzlies.
Beautiful
Harrington.
behind the back from Harrington.
Ooh.
Harrington had Derek Kennedy turn the whole other direction on that behind the back as he's able to take himself to the line. But, I mean, when you're down 22.
Hey, you celebrate anything you can get. That's part of it. But, yeah. I mean, Harrington, you know, that's the second instance where we've seen him, you know, drive to the rim and really do well at drawing contact as he hits that first free throw.
He's got a great guard's sense of attacking the rim as well. He protects the ball very well when he attacks the rim. Sometimes some of these Grizzlies, when they drive the lane, sometimes the ball isn't quite with them the whole way, but Justin Harrington is able to keep the ball with him the entire time he drives to the paint. And that's a very, very big sign of his composure and just his ball handling and just overall driving ability.
Yeah, and Zarian Moore and Dylan Beverly coming out of the game and Street Matter coming out of the game as well. And I mean, what a take from Elsperman.
That was a great left hand kind of floater from Elsperman there. Saw the wide open paint as Franklin College is putting a lot more double teams out on the perimeter, leaving the paint easy to attack for Wabash.
Harrington working on Manowitz, loses it after the play by Elsperman, drives. He dove for the ball.
All right, see. Now, I get going for loose balls. That ball was out of bounds.
Yeah, like that.
And there's not a lot of room to be diving over there before you hit straight bench. So
yeah, not the best judgment call there from Elsperman.
Great hustle by Elsperman. You know, the coach will
Absolutely.
give him a pat on the back for that one, but also I think you got to use your head a little bit more on that one and not dive face first into the bleachers.
Yeah, use your head. You know, never mind. I was gonna say use your brain, not your head. But
yeah,
but Jesse Fairs will inbound it here for the Grizzlies. As you can see, we've lost all normality in today's game with what has been going on with the technical fouls. If you are just tuning in, the Grizzlies have been just costly on technical fouls today. And Manowitz goes up for the Hail Mary pass, you could say, and they'll call the foul on him, trying to steal it away from Harrington.
Jesse Fairs threw that one up, avoiding the 5-second call. Very risky pass to get it into Harrington. Manowitz put some great effort to try and force the steal, just maybe a little too physical on the going up for it. It's kind of like you got to let the wide receiver make a move for the ball before, or you got to make a move for the ball before you start attacking the wide receiver. It's like a defensive back in football.
Absolutely. And Harrington makes the first free throw on the 1-and-1, so he'll get a second. And Franklin, I mean, a moral victory for you right now would just be get this within 20. You know, it was seeming like it was going to be about a 10-point game, but since Wabash has kind of been able to pull away on that run that they went on, and with their efficiency has been probably the key source to that.
Senior guard Josh Wack comes back in for the Little Giants.
And Elsperman's going to take up the ball. Rohan Pearson, the freshman, picking him up full court. Freshman on freshman.
He gets right by Pearson and has a beautiful left-hand finish there.
Yeah, very clean, strong take from Elsperman. Fairs gets it as Franklin tries to push it quickly. And
good take by Rohan Pearson there.
Yeah, good job by Pearson. Now it's down to a 20-point game, 45-25. Franklin's going to have a substitution.
They're going to bring in Naib Brown into the game. Naib Brown has not appeared in a single game for the Grizzlies this year, and he will check in for his first appearance in the season. And they're going to get Jesse Fairs for a foul here. I believe that's his fourth.
Yeah, so
if my math says that's his fourth. I could be wrong, and that could only be his third, but I believe that is his fourth.
I think he's saying it's his third.
Okay.
So he does have 3 fouls still, so only 2 away from fouling out. So not in a good position at all, and so he is still going to come out for Naib Brown. But yeah, like you said, has not appeared at all this season.
Yeah.
He's a sophomore. I don't know if he was on the team last season.
He's a transfer from Harrison College.
Ah, okay, so sophomore, not yet played for the Grizzlies before up until right now, but we'll get a timeout here before we can really see him do much.
Yep.
47-25 lead for the Wabash Little Giants. 1:41 left to play. We'll be right back with you after the break. And now the Grizzlies have possession after the break. 1:30 left to play. Get it down within 20 here if you want to have a chance going into the second half ideally. Now Harrington pulls up for 3. Cash money!
Big 3 from Harrington there.
There you go. Now a 19-point game.
Gets FC back within 20 and their first 3 on the board.
Yeah, wow. First 3 at this point in the game. Definitely a rarity, not just for Franklin, but for all teams.
And getting it done defensively as well. He's hounding Elsperman. Oh, my goodness.
Deep three from Stowers, and that's an air ball.
See, that's a heat check. That's also a very, very errant shot there from Stowers. There was no need to pull up from that deep, especially that early in the shot clock.
Yeah, and he came right out of the game before he even heard the boos.
Yep. Well, this is something that Franklin College needs to execute on, you know. Go on a little bit of a run here, get this lead, keep chipping away at this lead as you go into halftime and compose yourself.
Yeah, and Cooper Matthews and Zarian Moore now in the game. Naeem Brown ended up coming out. Moore driving all the way, goes up with it and in.
Great take for the left hand there.
Now 17-point game, 47-30. Wabash has the lead. Franklin able to narrow it down a little bit.
The bench starting to feel it a little bit for Franklin College. They could sense their guys are starting to put some more effort behind this and keep chipping away at that lead.
Elsperman elbows Matthews. He goes down hard.
Yep.
And now a stolen possession. Smart play by Cooper Matthews.
A great play. You know, Elsperman may have not pushed him that hard, but if you sell it right like Cooper Matthews did, you're going to get that call every single night. So that's just a great, mature, and veteran move from Cooper Matthews to create another turnover for Wabash and get his Grizzlies the ball back. Just got to sell it a little bit, just a little bit.
Exactly.
That's all you need.
The impact of the ground might have been what got him the call there.
Exactly.
I mean, it was
He
so
hit it
loud.
hard. Yeah, he hit the ground hard there.
And now no shot clock. Harrington, 10 on the clock now. Franklin's going to hold for the last shot. 47-30. Pearson
goes with the left.
Goes in. He draws the foul. Yeah, and so it's going to be still 1-1. So honestly, the right play from Wabash there. And now a chance for two, but potentially could just get one if he misses it.
Yeah, and this has been a great way to end the half for Franklin College. You know, they get their offensive identity back a little bit. They're playing really good defense in this last minute. A lot of momentum shifts right now for Franklin as they go into start to go into halftime here and look to turn this game around.
First free throw is no good, and so now Wack gets a chance. He's going to get the rebound. Wabash trying to push the pace and score, and they do.
Wow. That
a
is
tough layup there.
Great play by Rich Brooks to push the ball down the court. Franklin College did not respond very well on the getting back on defense there, as they still had 6 seconds, and just a great take by Rich Brooks to end the half.
Yeah, after what you brought up, a lot of momentum Franklin got, from those last few buckets there, but that stole it back a little bit for Wabash, and now 49-30. Wabash nearly on pace for 100 points. Just an absolutely perfect half for them in terms of efficiency, in terms of getting their shots up, finding their shots, and not suffering to the Franklin press whatsoever.
Yeah. They have done a great job of controlling this game on all ends. Defensively, they've got Franklin College flustered. Offensively, they're looking at just about anything they want, whether that's on the perimeter or in the post. They're getting offensive rebounds. Wabash has been in very much the driver's seat this whole entire game. And I would love to be a fly on the wall in the Franklin College locker room right now. I can only imagine how interesting that. I hope Chris Hamilton has his team come out with a little bit more fire and just overall just more discipline. I mean, I believe four technical fouls in that first half on Franklin College. I mean, just very, very unusual.
Yeah, unusual, not just for them, but for any game. I mean, this is just, very odd circumstances here for the Grizzlies, but we will see how they reply. Now, Wabash, as I said earlier, a first-half team this year and last year. Grizzlies have been a second-half team this year and last year. So we'll see if that theme stays consistent going into the second half here, as the Grizzlies have a 19-point lead to overcome. So 49-30, 13:40 left in halftime. Here we'll be right back with you once the second half begins. And coming back from the half, 49-30. Wabash with the lead, and if you're just tuning in with us, you haven't seen the first half. Franklin had what we believe to be 4 technical fouls, give or take. I mean, in the first half. And
they were
a lot
hard
of
to keep up with.
fouls as well. Yeah, definitely a lot. Yeah, hard to keep up with. Some of the reasons why. But LeBron Benny Powell is ultimately out of the game for the rest of tonight. So Franklin missing a key piece in their rotation and a guy who's generally a starter. So obviously Franklin's been a second half team this year. Wabash has struggled a little more in the second half. What are you expecting out of both these teams going into the half here?
Well, I'm expecting Wabash to continue to try and dominate the post as much as they did in the first half. They didn't shoot the ball very well from 3. They shot 4 for 15 from 3, but I mean Franklin College on their end was only shooting 1 for 9. So kind of canceling each other out in the shooting, but I'd like to see less technical fouls. That's kind of the main point for Franklin, but I want to see how they come out of here. I want to see if they're composed, try to run their offense, try to get back to their fast-paced motor that they usually run with. And that's a good start right there.
Absolutely. Cooper Matthews pushing the pace, being the rim runner that he is. And, yeah, I agree with you. I hope that Coach Hamilton, talked about the technical fouls. I'm not sure.
I'm sure it was addressed.
Yeah. Rohan Pearson defending up the court now. Wabash, Elsperman all the way. Tough finish.
That was a great ball fake from Elsperman. The paint was wide open, and I think he recognized that as Cooper Matthews was boxing out.
And Elsperman, I think it was such a good fake. He nearly got, caught off balance.
Yeah.
And now Braylon Russell kicks it out. Harrington loses it.
Yep.
Yeah, on the spin move. Wasn't sure if he was going to pass it or not. Now, still a 19-point lead after both teams scored.
Franklin College in a very, very small ball lineup. Their tallest player out on the court is Braylon Russell. And, I mean, he only stands at 6'3".
Yeah, this is absolutely a small lineup, and a big 3 there from Rich Brooks.
Good start there from Rich Brooks. One of the Wabash Little Giants to hit a 3 in the first half, and he responds by hitting another one right off the bat.
And Russell pull-up jumper, no good. Yeah, and Brooks was also the one who had that that late bucket at the end of the first half, which extended the lead to 19 again for Wabash after Franklin had what was somewhat of a run. Now they kick it to Elsperman for 3, cash money, and now a 25-point lead for Wabash, starting off hot in the second half.
Just like we saw in the first half, Wabash is creating anything that they want, essentially. I mean, Franklin has no answer so far for their perimeter game and their post game.
Yeah, Matthews driving up, nice little floater up and in.
Cooper Matthews trying to take matters into his own hands a little bit here. He scored, I believe, the last 2 buckets for Franklin College.
Yep, the only 2 buckets.
Yeah, the only 2. Yep.
And now a couple substitutions here will come for the Grizzlies. With the next ball, we'll have Fairs and Beverly in as Russell gets the catch off the miss. He's taking it all the way. Damn. Tries to get it to Pearson, just a bad pass.
Stowers, Euro, kind of throws it off the glass, but, I mean, regardless, gets the bucket to go.
Yeah, tough finish. Matthews, we're trying to push the pace quickly. Got the offense set, and now Harrington working on Wack here. A little fade away from Harrington, off the rim, no good after he took a fall. Elsperman kicks it up to Wack. Wack out to Brooks, to Stowers, in another 3 for Wabash, and I mean, they just cannot miss right now. That's Stowers' 3rd.
Their ball movement has been insane so far in this second half. They are moving the ball very well. They're getting Franklin College, they're keeping them on their toes, but they're leaving them in the dust a little bit on these passes, creating wide open looks in the perimeter and just almost extending their lead to 30 points, as you can see right off the bat.
Yeah, just an unbelievable start for Wabash here. Now 16:49 to go, 62-34 Wabash lead. Some people leaving the Spurlock Center. We'll be right back with you. And back from the break. They're going to try and get it to Harrington, and oh my goodness, it gets stolen away. Nearly. It went out of bounds off of a foot, and it'll go
That is the second
Franklin.
time that we've seen Franklin College almost turn the ball over on that inbound.
Yeah, they're pressuring very high, and they're going for that jump ball scenario. And, I mean, like, if that is the case, bring a second guy back. I mean, there's no harm, no foul in being safe. And they do it, you know, there from underneath the basket. But when you're doing those side outs, you need to do it. And now a 10-second violation. The Grizzlies didn't.
Really?
I think they're saying because the ball went out on the other side. Yeah, the shot clock never got reset, I don't think, from after the dead ball took place. So I think that it was too quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the Grizzlies are not going to suffer that 10-second violation.
No. That was a good fake there from Beverly on the inbound.
Yeah, and the Grizzlies, having to be smarter here now.
Yeah.
On those inbounds. And
got to really control the ball at this point and just make sure that you're at the control of your own destiny at this point.
And Russell tries to go up with it, and they'll get the foul call here on Josh Wack, so Russell will shoot 2.
Franklin College shooting 5 of 8 from the line. This will be their 5th trip to the free throw line.
First one is up and in for Russell. And so, history between Franklin and Wabash. They've been playing each other since 1999. They stopped playing each other in 2019, picked it back up last season where Franklin won against them 82-68 on the road, where both teams kind of have an all-around game. This time, Franklin is overall 9-14 in the matchup with Wabash, so generally on the losing side.
Oh, good hands there by Harrington.
Yeah,
Harrington able to jar the ball loose from Rich Brooks and create the turnover.
Yeah, big play from the Grizzlies there, and now Harrington will take up the ball. And referee stop and play here. I think fixing something on the scoreboard must be,
No, whenever they stop the ball, I get a little nervous after that first half. I mean, every time they stop the ball, it's like they were going to send Wabash to the free throw line for technical fouls.
Yeah, exactly.
Shots.
I heard the whistle. I'm like, oh no. Like, what player's getting teed up now? But nothing there now. Franklin, 10 on the shot clock, or 12 to be exact. Taking their time. Matthews kicks it out. Fairs for 3. No good. Big rebound from Stowers, and Wabash will take some time off the clock.
Yeah, Wabash probably looking to slow this game down a little bit with their massive lead.
Yeah, and Elsperman caught Harrington out of position there defensively. And we're going to get a different substitution here for the Grizzlies. Jace Burney.
Jace Burney, a freshman out of La Center, Kentucky.
6'4". They have him listed as a forward/center on our roster sheet, so definitely going to play. And
that's another new
down
face
low
for Franklin College so far this season. Jace Burney, first appearance in a game this season. It's Franklin College, 15:27 left in this second half, down 36-62 here at the Spurlock Center.
We'll be right back with you after this break. And back from the break now. Wabash trying to extend this lead, still 62-36. Stowers kicks it out, Elsperman. Good closeout from the Grizzlies defense. Whack for three, and he gets it in. I mean, just the three-point efficiency in the second half for Wabash. I believe that they're 100%. They were 4 for 15, and now a big play.
Good response there from Harrington.
Yeah,
take
Harrington.
matters in his own hands a little bit there and finish with the right.
Yeah, tough finish from Harrington. But yeah, Wabash 4 for 4 on the three so far this half. Just an unbelievable start from them, being able to cash in on their open looks. Shipper working at the top of the key. Elsperman drives all the way. Stowers goes up with the floater, no good. Good defense there from Bernie, but an offensive rebound from Shipper. Coach Hamilton trying to clap on his defense. Kennedy kicks it out. A three is good, but a foul called on Connor Shipper. So Grizzlies will just take the extra foul, but the three is good.
Yep. And what can we say other than Wabash's ball movement so far in this second half has been phenomenal. The way that they've been moving around the perimeter, they've had an open look just about every time they're down the court.
Yeah, it's been all Little Giants for most of the game, and especially the second half as they've extended lead. Matthews all the way, able to get the bucket, and no foul call. He wanted one.
Looking for a foul call on that take. Kind of giving his case to the ref a little bit.
And
be a little careful.
Yeah.
Hate to see him get a technical foul.
Gosh. Zarian
Deep
Moore
three.
comes in, but yeah, Stowers no good on that three-pointer. He's been one of their better guys tonight. Elsperman for three this time. Cash
He'll
money.
get it to go.
I mean, yeah, they missed one and they just allow him to get an offensive rebound like that. Undoable for the Grizzlies, and a huge block from the freshman.
That was a fantastic block by Stowers.
Yeah.
Verticality.
Going all the way, no
Great
good.
block there by Bernie.
And now Harrington pushing the pace. Franklin does have numbers. They go up with it. Harrington got it in. Tough finish from the sophomore.
Yeah, that was a Franklin College struggling to get back on defense a little bit here. Wabash pushing the pace. Kind of flipping the script on Franklin College themselves, as we usually see Franklin College pushing the pace.
Yeah, and they find Shipper down low, and one call on the late foul from Harrington.
That was a very well executed slip screen there from Gavin Shipper, and he got the leverage on Harrington as he tried to go up and contest it. He's going to walk away with the foul, unfortunately.
Yeah, it was a late play by Harrington. Got to it a little too late, and ultimately gave Shippert the extra free throw. And we get some substitutions. Cooper Matthews, Harrington, and Beverly coming out of the game for Fairs.
Streetmatter, sorry. Excuse me.
Yeah, and Moore. And I believe Rohan Pearson also came into the game.
Almost a whole new lineup for the Grizzlies.
Yeah, Jesse Fairs in. And here comes Rich Brooks in for Shippert. A 32-point game. The Wabash Little Giants with 13 to play, just looking to hold on here on the road for what would potentially be their third win of the year. Jesse Fairs all the way, no good. Stowers pushing the pace, but he'll slow it down a little bit. Kennedy kicks it out, Stowers, and a travel call there.
Yep. Had the shot fake there. Got Zarian Moore off his feet, but that left foot came off the floor just a little too quick and gonna get you for the travel there.
Yeah, and the shot fake, pass fake never really looks good. And yeah, when he did it there, the ref made the easy call. But Cole Stowers, I mean, he's had a big game as now Fairs loses the ball, but it's gonna go back to Franklin.
Good hands there by Derek Kennedy. Able to poke the ball loose from Jesse Fairs there, but Franklin College will retain possession.
Moore is just going to throw it into the back court for Rohan Pearson. Franklin's offense looking a little disoriented.
Yeah, a little
here.
congested with the ball here. The ball isn't really making its way around like Wabash's offense has.
And Street Matter was able to take it all the way and draw the foul, and so he'll shoot 2 free throws here, try and cut the lead down to 30. And now we'll get a timeout here. 12 minutes left to play in the second half. It's been all Wabash. We'll be back with you after the timeout. And back with you. After the break, we'll get Street Matter these free throws. This first one is no good. I mean, the free throws even been, an issue for Franklin tonight. 7 for 11, 4 out of 11. I believe he just missed the second one,
7
too.
for 12 now.
Wow. Just, like you said, a lid on the rim just in general for them tonight.
Manowitz pulls it from deep.
Not able to get that one, but Stowers ends up with the ball and puts it up and in. I mean, Colton Stowers, a freshman, 17 points tonight, 6 for 12 from the field, 5 rebounds. He's been 3 for 8 from 3. He's been about as perfect as you could ask from a freshman forward, especially a 6'6" freshman forward who's got a lot of potential, obviously.
He's been everywhere on the court. He's been knocking down threes, getting offensive rebounds for second chance points. Overall, just been Wabash, one of Wabash's key figures in this game next to Elsperman.
Absolutely, and just 3 games into his freshman year, averaging 13 so far in the first 2, now 17 in his 3rd game. Very impressive start from the freshman for Wabash as Grizzlies were able to score, but still a 32-point game. And that ball will go out of bounds. Grizzlies will take possession.
Kennedy.
And we'll get a substitution here.
Yeah, Kennedy liked the look he had there, but unable to finish it. As now Franklin College will have a chance to show what they got on some offense. So we got another new face into the game for the Grizzlies, Bryson Seymour.
Bryce, yeah, the sophomore coming into the game for Franklin.
Out of Fishers, Indiana.
Yep, and for Wabash, Tyler Horton came in for Colton Stowers, so
did
Stowers, giving him some rest.
Nate Madalik for Wabash as well.
Up and in!
Bernie, great finish there by Bernie. Looks like Rich Brooks was going for the ball there, but when your hand comes down on the contest, the refs are going to get that every night. And just a great overall finish there by Jace Bernie.
Yep, his first points of his college basketball career. Good for Jace Bernie tonight, able to break through and now looking for the 3-point play.
Josh Wack and Luke Elsperman check back in for the Little Giants.
A little bit surprising, I mean, up 30, but they clearly want to keep extending this lead.
Yeah, I think they're out here to send a message. Franklin College in a zone, I believe.
Yeah, 3-2. They're trying to trap more up top, maybe force some more pressure. Elsperman fakes the three, goes up with it on the floater, no good, and now Jesse Ferris with the rebound. Franklin looking to gain a little momentum here.
While I get Franklin College is trying to contest some of these three-pointers, they're getting off their feet on the ball fakes, and that's allowing Wabash to create a lot offensively that they just aren't seeing it yet.
Yeah, and another in and out there from three.
Ooh.
And the Grizzlies aren't able to cash it home. Nearly loses the ball in the indoor pass.
That was a good look from Josh Wack there. Saw Horton wide open the whole way.
Yeah, nearly lost it, got it up and in though, and now 9:30 left to play in the second half. 32-point lead still from Wabash. Seymour, he's gonna drive all the way. Puts up a little left-handed fadeaway, good. Ooh. Nice shot from Bryson Seymour, using some of his strength.
Yeah, the Wabash coach there, Brumett, wanted a push off, but Bryson Seymour did a great job of creating some space there and able to knock down the mid-range J.
Now 78-48. Yeah, Wabash taking time off this clock, and Wack just too easy all the way.
Yeah, and he got a great off-ball screen there from Tyler Horton. He kind of pinned Jesse Ferris under the basket, and I was able to get Josh Wack wide open for the right hand there.
And Ferris going all the way this time, and he gets it.
That's a man's take right there.
Absolutely.
Great body control from Ferris on that finish right there.
Wabash kicks it inside up to Horton, and he's going to get fouled, so he'll go to the line for two. And Wabash scored 49 in the first half, and they were on pace for nearly 100. They're just 20 points away now with 8.5 minutes left to go, so we'll see if they're able to reach that mark.
Yeah, now that given Franklin College is in this 3-2 zone, they're kind of taking away a lot of the perimeter looks for Wabash, as that's what a 3-2 zone is meant to do, is take away the perimeter. They're working the ball inside more, and they're getting these open looks for guys like Tyler Horton or Nate Madalek in the post on those one-on-ones with Bryson Seymour and Jace Burney, and they're executing very well on them. It's great overall mid-game adjustments by Kyle Brumett and this Wabash Little Giants team.
Absolutely. And Matthews slips there.
Not sure what they're going to get a foul here. Kind of looked like Matthews just kind of slipped.
Yeah.
But they're going to get Manowitz with the foul. I believe it was Manowitz.
Yeah, must have been. Only a defender in the area when the foul was called. And so 8:30 left to play, a 31-point game. After Wabash missed the second free throw, Harrington goes up with it on the layup, and it's good. He nearly lost it driving to the lane, but able to finish.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, you got 8 minutes left and you're down quite a bit. Harrington's still playing with 4 fouls. Wonder if he'll play with as much aggression as he has if he has 0 fouls.
And a steal there, nice from McNabb. Jumping the pass, going all the way. The ball gets tipped, and
he wants a foul.
It'll go to Franklin.
Not sure if I disagree with him or not, but that was great awareness by Connor McNabb on the steal there. But just Elsperman, great hands to force away the easy lay and make Franklin College earn it. Yeah,
good job reading the defender's eyes, or the passer's eyes. Now 7:57 left to go, 81-52. We'll just stay with you here since we just had a timeout.
I think the story of tonight's game has been the three-point shooting. Wabash has shot the ball from the three-point line 42%. 10 for 24, while Franklin College has only made 1 for 12, shooting an 8% rate.
Yeah.
Just not a great look from the Grizzlies in their perimeter offense, but we know that they are capable of knocking down these threes. We know that they have shooters on this team, just not a great night overall, and you're going to have nights like that, but you can't let your lack of the perimeter define you as a team and continue to let Wabash run on you like this. And this will leave a bad taste in their mouth, but I hope they respond very well against DePaul on this upcoming Saturday on their road game.
No, absolutely. Yeah, definitely a rough one here for the Grizzlies for what was such a strong start to the year. But the thing is, again, Wabash 17-9 last year. Obviously, had a very successful program under Coach Burnett. 2-0 to start the year this year. They've been dominating, especially against good Franklin Conference opponents. And they're shooting 54% from the field, 55% from the field really today, and 42% from three, I mean, 52% so far on the year from the field, 48% from three on the year. So if they continue to play with this type of efficiency, they're going to beat a lot more teams other than Franklin. And to do this to the defending HCAC champions is a very impressive win for Wabash. I think it says more about them than it does Franklin.
Yeah, very much so. I think you're right there. But with how hard Franklin College plays, I totally expect them to just let this run off like water off a duck's back, you know. Next game mentality. You know, you got DePaul coming up. Soon enough, you'll be starting conference play. You can't let this game resonate within you. You got to learn from your mistakes and just move on from this one.
No, absolutely, you're right. And Cooper Matthews getting the second three of the night for the Grizzlies. He was begging for that one. Coach Hamilton wanted a double dribble there, and now Wabash, nice little pull-up jumper there from Matt Metelic. Nick Knabb for three, no good. And they trap him in the corner after the Wabash rebound, and we'll get a jump ball here, it seems. Yes, a jump ball. And it'll go back to Wabash.
Franklin College has done a lot better playing disciplined defense. They only have 3 personal fouls so far in this second half versus I believe they're 10 in the first half.
Yeah. And I think they had maybe more.
I believe they had 13, pardon me.
Yeah, because they did have, it was 10 fouls. They got in the double bonus early with those technical fouls being a big addition, obviously. But now, Wabash nearly loses it. They kick it out. Manowitz wide open, corner three on the fake. No good.
Doesn't get the bounce.
Matthews taking the ball up the floor. 28-point lead for Wabash. They kick it out. McNabb, another three. Nope. No good in the corner. Wabash trying to push the pace, goes up with it. Metelic not able to get it, and a blocking foul here.
They're going to get Bernie for his first, I believe.
Yup, and now we're going to get a lot of substitutions here. Number 15 for the Grizzlies, Nate Wilson, who got in a little bit.
In the last 2 games.
Yeah. He's played 8 total minutes on the year. He's only shot 1 shot. He's going to come in, number 15, the freshman guard. And then Jesse Fairs and Braylon Russell will also come in. Jace Burney, Cooper Matthews, and Connor McNabb coming out of the game. Second free throw is good as well, and we'll get a timeout here from Wabash. So 30-point lead, 85 to 55, 6:24 to go. We'll be right back with you after this break.
Wabash continuing to show some press here, despite being up 30 late.
Yeah, definitely wanting to keep their defensive routine in there, and they do have some bench guys out there, it seems. So
yeah, not letting the way this game has panned out disrupt their game plan, and I can respect that.
Absolutely. Now Braylon Russell able to get the offensive board after the miss from Seymour, and it will stay with Franklin. Wilson will inbound it. He'll get it to Fairs. Russell driving right, kicks it out. Seymour not able to nail down the three. Wabash trying to work. Ball gets tipped by Russell. A little pull-up jumper there from Metelic, and he nails it. 87-55 now for the Little Giants.
A lot of still movement here for Franklin College.
Harrington cashes
responds.
it in. Big three, and there. Big three cuts it down to 29. And so that was the third three of the night for the Grizzlies. 3 for 18 on the total. Off the miss, Franklin gets the ball. They're going to push it. Russell up the floor, not able to finish, but he goes down hard, and he'll shoot free throws.
Yeah.
Nice up-court pass from Harrington.
Yeah, good court vision from Harrington to see Russell had a wide open lane on the fast break, and good on Russell to go up there and absorb the contact and get himself to the line here. One thing this Wabash offense has been able to do is they've got Bryson Seymour on like a 1-on-2 almost situation. He's got to get the guy out in the corner, but they've also got 2 guys down low in the paint. So he's got to have to alternate from the corner back down to that low block, and Wabash has been able to feast on that move for just about this whole second half pretty much.
Yeah, once they switch to 3-2.
Kick it out wide open for a 3 on the perimeter, or have a good look down low on the low block.
Yeah, they've done a good job catching Franklin out of position.
Yeah.
And both free throws were good. 5 minutes left to play here. And so, for all intended purposes, 9-14 is the overall record for the Grizzlies against Wabash. Will probably be 9-15 after tonight's matchup. So, in general, Franklin has struggled against the Little Giants, despite last game's result. Actually, I noticed this earlier, they had a 7-game losing streak once to Wabash. I believe it took place between 2007 and 2011 during December of those months.
Another deep 3 from Harrington. That's his second.
Yeah.
Or I believe his second in this half.
Yeah, able to cash 2 quick threes in. And now down to a 24-point game. Franklin hoping they stole a possession there defensively. I don't think they were able to, but we'll get a timeout here on the play. 87-63. 4:26 to go. Franklin coming out with a little bit of life, but not a lot of time left. We'll be right back with you after this timeout. And back from the break now. Wabash has possession.
Orlando Hall and Ed Thomas have checked in for the Little Giants, and so has Isaac Rivas.
Yeah, so definitely some more reserves here. Franklin trapping up top, creating a lot of pressure here. Wabash's offense kind of completely stagnant here. No good on the three-pointer.
Great
Fairs
rebound there by Fairs.
Yeah, tough play. And now Russell trying to push the ball up the floor. Franklin just trying to narrow this down little by little. And it looks like Franklin's also going to get another one of those guys out there, Jalen Scott, 6'3" freshman from Indianapolis. Looks like he's going to get a chance to play here in tonight's home game for the first time this year. Manowitz working on Russell. Kick it downside. Back out for three. No good off the front of the rim. Harrington
pushing the pace here.
taken off.
Beautiful
Nice
Euro.
Justin Harrington, another clean bucket from him. He's done a lot better his second half. He does have 22 on today's game. He's the only player who shot well. He's 8 for 12.
And I mean, he has been a consistent 20 points per game off the bench for Chris Hamilton and the Grizzlies. Fantastic three-level scorer.
Yeah, I mean, he's 8 for 12, or 9 for 13 on the night, and 3 for 4 from three as Beverly nails a three, and now a 22-point lead for Wabash.
Got an injury timeout, I think.
Yeah, referee stops play.
For Nate Modelick.
I'm not sure exactly what happened. He's going to come off the floor, and we'll get some substitutions here for the Grizzlies. It'll be
senior forward Grant Brown checks in for Wabash.
Okay. And Jalen Scott and Yee Brown come in for Franklin.
And this will be a tough loss for Franklin College, you know, but this does not defy who they are at all. I mean, we know what this team is capable of. We know the pressure they put on the ball and the tempo they like to play at. The shooting will come. Tonight was just an off night for the Grizzlies, but overall, you just got to learn from your mistakes, lick your wounds a little bit, and just keep pressing forward with the season. Still a lot of basketball to play.
Yeah, not a lot of games where you're going to have this many technical fouls that cost you a lot of chances. Scott for three, cashes it in.
Big shot there from Jalen Scott.
Yeah, now it's down to a 19-point game. Yeah, and like you said, first bucket of his collegiate career as well. So a lot of first bucket for a lot of freshmen tonight. And a foul called here on Beverly on the wing. 2 minutes left to play. The score has definitely been narrowed down.
It looks like Franklin College will go full reserves here as sophomore guard Caden Temple checks in for the Grizzlies, and so does freshman guard Luke Sims and freshman guard Kyson Nedenrip.
A lot of new faces. Yeah, Caden Temple, a first-year player on the team, despite being the sophomore. I believe he actually had been working with us last year up at some of these basketball live streams you're watching now playing on the team.
I believe he was formerly on the football team.
He might have been. I believe he might have been, or at least working with them.
Yeah. One of the newer additions for Chris Hamilton and this deep Franklin College team. I mean, I'm looking at this roster here, and they have so many guys that some of them don't even get to have numbers.
Yeah, there's a lot of players on this roster, a lot of freshmen who aren't going to get to play this year, but you might want to look for in the future. And, you know, a lot of players also from overseas, Spain, Serbia, Italy, the Netherlands, a lot of different places where Franklin College players are coming from all around the world.
And that just shows Chris Hamilton's ability to expand this program. You know, he's going overseas, getting a lot of recruits. He's got a very deep team that plays hard and plays with a lot of effort. Yeah,
and Jalen Scott able to get the steal there. Temple ended up with it. And now a 17-point game, 1:40 left. Now the game's still probably out of reach here. Just not enough time as the Grizzlies have narrowed down this lead a lot. Nedenrep does lose it there, though. Wabash will have possession. Hall set out. Out for three, no good. And Brown ends up with the rebound. Franklin trying to work here. Temple goes inside, floater off the back rim, but he'll draw the foul and shoot two.
And I think the fact that it's a 17-point game right now, credit to the Grizzlies' effort. I mean, at most of the time of this second half, it's been a 32-point game.
Yeah, I mean, this has been
just shows to credit how much effort and hard work these Grizzlies play with on the court.
Yeah, absolutely. The first free throw, no good. And I mean, you know, we've seen it, especially in the first two home games, you know, how strongly Franklin finished, especially in the last few minutes. And like, and in those games it was close and they were edging out the win. But now in this game, you're down 30, but they still ended the same exact way that they usually do and have narrowed down this lead to look a lot better on the stat sheet than ultimately what a lot of people saw here tonight. Now they're double teaming kind of the top of the key. They leave him alone though and kick it down low. He goes up with it. Number 34, Caden Ellery, a freshman, 6'6" freshman from Lexington, Kentucky, getting the bucket. Scott kicks it out, need and rep. No good.
Couldn't get the roll there on that one.
A lot of in and out threes for the Grizzlies tonight. And 30 seconds left, a 5-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Double team. Temple ends up with the ball.
Grizzlies have numbers.
And he tries to go all the way, going coast to coast, but
he's going to draw the contact.
Yeah, and so he'll shoot 1 and 1 here. More free throws, and so 16 seconds left on the shot clock. So this loss will take the Grizzlies down to 3 and 1 on the year. Wabash continues to be undefeated. Someone's had to go, and the Grizzlies did.
And, you know, this will be a tough loss for the Grizzlies at home. I'll be looking for their response on the road Saturday against DePaul. We'll just see exactly how much fight these Grizzlies have, and I have no doubt in me whatsoever that the response from Chris Hamilton and his squad will be tenfold the performance here tonight.
No, absolutely. And this team last year was a team that started nearly at about a 500 record, ended the season very, very strong. I believe winning 12 of their last 13 of something of that sort. Ended up going to the Division III national tournament. So this is a coach who obviously knows how to get his team into shape, especially late in the year. But this clock will run out. 4, 3, 2, and that will be it. The Wabash Little Giants get the win tonight, stay undefeated with a 3-0 record, a big road win for them, 92-74. And yeah, like Tyler has mentioned on this broadcast, their road game against DePaul is their next matchup. We do not have another men's basketball game for you anytime soon on Grizz TV until December 13th, where we play Berea at home. Up until then, they have a game at DePaul, at Anderson, December 3rd, and then at Hanover, December 6th.
And, you know, the game, the storyline here was all Wabash. You know, Wabash pretty much had this game controlled from, I'd say, about 10 minutes left in the first half to just about the end of the duration of the game. But, you know, the Grizzlies still played with a lot of fight out there. They were able to chip away at a 32-point lead to bring it down to, I believe, about 15 or 17, somewhere in that range. I mean, they show a lot of fight, but I believe Wabash, you know, just a very physical team, and was able to get the edge on them tonight here at Spurlock Center.
Yeah, big win for the Little Giants. We'll run through some of these stats here. So Justin Harrington still having an incredible night. Somewhat quiet until the second half, it seemed. He did have 4 fouls, and he had to sit out a little bit, but he had 24 points. He was 9 for 13 from the field, and he was 3 for 4 from 3. Cooper Matthews had 12 points, 5 for 8 from the field. He had a good night.
Rohan Pearson, 10 points, 5 for 6 from the field as well.
Yeah, he only played 18 minutes. Yeah, and he was able to have a good night. But those were the main attractions from the Franklin stat sheet. Now Wabash kind of between their big three, Josh Wack, Colton Stowers, and Luke Elsperman. Not really much tonight from Shippert.
Just a lot more balanced scoring from the Wabash team versus Franklin College tonight. Wabash was able to get 4 guys into the double digits. Franklin College, I mean, barely even got 3. So, I mean, just a credit to Wabash's offense and their game plan coming into the night. They executed it amazingly. Got a big win against the defending HCAC conference champions.
Yeah, I mean, big win for them. And Franklin ultimately were able to shoot pretty well, 28 for 58 from the field, 48%, but 6 for 23 from 3, 26%, and that's kind of been a recurring theme that we're starting to see, you know, obviously early in the year, so season stats haven't, quite set in as heavy as they usually do. But Franklin shooting 33% from the three this year, not bad overall. But tonight, 26%, and last game against Knox, they shot 7 for 28. So 2 back-to-back games with rough shooting nights. That game was close. This one, not so much, and Wabash was able to get the win this time. So we'll see if the Grizzlies are going to be able to overcome that and miss free throws. 12 for 21 from the free throw line, 57%. They've shot 63% on the year. So
yeah.
I mean, that's just now they're going to be nearly under 60% from the free throw line, and that is obviously not good enough. And I'm sure that will be corrected for Franklin.
Yeah, and like you said, 12 for 21 from the free throw line. You're not going to make all your free throws, but assuming that Franklin College did, that's 9 points they left on the foul line, and that turns this into a single-digit game.
Yeah, there are definitely some small missed opportunities from Franklin, but the second half theme did kind of stick. Wabash was able to hold on in the second half a little bit better than they usually do, but the Grizzlies did turn it up in the second half, having 44 points. They shot 55% from the field and 35% from three. So a lot better in the second half and a lot less fouls as well, 5 compared to 13. So the Grizzlies did turn it up in the second half, but it was too little too late when they started really getting on those runs.
Agreed. I'll be looking forward to see how the Franklin College Grizzlies respond against DePaul.
Yep, and that will take us out for tonight's broadcast. So thank you to everybody for watching Grizz TV. Tonight's game between the Grizzlies and the Little Giants. Wabash comes out on top, and we'll be back with you, I believe, at the next women's basketball game, which we'll find here for you in case you're still with us.
They take on Anderson at home on December 3rd.
So we'll have 2 games, Franklin men's will play on the road at Anderson on December 3rd, and the women's team will host them here on December 3rd. So we'll be back with you on Grizz TV for that one. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Have a great night.
Have a good night, everyone.